Welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Josh and this is the 24/7 news report. Our headline today comes from Ryan Taylor, who has reported that Everton are considering a late move for Ajax striker Chuba Akpom. Luton and Crystal Palace are also interested. Loan bids remain the most likely option rather than the permanent ones. We polled this to see if you guys would like to see Chuba Akpom at Everton, and with over 1,000 of you getting involved, 63% of you would like to see Akpom here, 25% were unsure, and 11% don't want to see a move for the Ajax striker. Yeah, I mean, a loan to be most likely is something we'd expect. Obviously, our situation still not really letting us do much permanent-wise, and I can imagine, even if we did have money this late on, it might be tricky to get some players away from certain clubs. Maybe this wouldn't be the case for Akpom. I'm not 100% sure how important the player is for Ajax. And I'd fit into the unsure category. I don't know anything about the player, so obviously with the new saying Ajax striker, I think I've said before, I'm not 100% sure if he can play in the wide positions, but if he is just a central striker, I'm not sure if he's someone we would want to bring in. I mean, we've got Dom and Beto at the moment, and we seem to be doing, well squad-wise with that position. I think we'd want more backup in the wide positions, given the fact that Danjuma looking like he might stick around, but at the same time, if we were to bring in a wide player, he might get his move. But yeah, things are looking weird with that. But yeah, I'm not sure about him. We will have to keep our eye on Ajax. News coming out of L'Equipe quotes Lyon owner John Textor saying, "We have submitted significant offers for both players, and we believe both would be happy to come to Lyon. But their clubs have their own priorities, and Danjuma's case is even more complicated." So yeah, on the Danjuma side of things, yeah, it is a complicated situation, but I think realistically, if we're not getting anything or we can't get a replacement, he's an Everton player, and that's how it will stick. I think we would be silly to give him away just because he wants to go to Lyon if we don't have a an option to replace. The Lyon owner did speak the other day as well, actually, when he said that it looks like Danjuma is staying at Everton and Lyon are making a move for Saeed Benrahma. So yeah, I think at the moment, as things stand, it doesn't look like Danjuma will be going anywhere until the end of his loan. I think it's what a lot of people would have thought to be the best move if we didn't get anyone in to replace him, and it looks like we're going to struggle to get anybody through the door this January. So yeah, Danjuma, whilst he is only coming off the bench and only having the odd start and probably isn't getting the starts that he wants, he still actually remains quite important to us. Even though he isn't the first starter for Dyche, he is a backup, and quite frankly, we have seen what happens when we don't have backups. In the striker department for a while, we didn't have a backup, and that obviously really did affect us. So not having the backup of Danjuma there would be a blow to us. So it's good that he seems to be sticking around. Hopefully all this doesn't affect his performance. Hopefully he will remain professional and see out his loan in a professional way. According to Jack Talbot, Everton are looking to pursue a deal for Marseille winger Ismail Assar. Nottingham Forest and Villarreal are also interested. Everton are looking for a loan deal with an option to buy, with Marseille asking £13 million for the player. Don't get too excited though, because most recent reports coming out now say that Marseille will be keeping hold of Sarr, so we might not see him make any late move to Everton, but a player that I think a lot of people would be happy to see come through the door. And again, in that winger position where we could use some extra backup, and honestly, having the option to buy would be sweet if we did find the money. Hiding behind the sofa, I think £30 million for a player of his quality might be a good idea if we were to be able to get our hands on that sort of cash. And obviously, again, the better the backup, sort of challenge the players in front at the minute. And you know, I think we do need some quality wingers to come in, whether it be to sit on the bench and challenge or whether to take over. Obviously, Harrison's loan deal will be ending at some point, so we need to plan whether we're going to try and take him on permanently. I don't know if there's anything in his deal saying we have an option to buy out or anything like that, so we'll have to keep one eye on the future with that one. So this might be one of the deals Everton are trying to make with that kind of eye on the future, but we'll have to see. It depends whether Leeds want to get rid of Harrison, whether we want to keep him. But yeah, Sarr at the moment looking to stay at Marseille, but that could all change. Reports from Tutto Mercato Web via Sport Witness say that Atletico Madrid have made contact with Everton over a deal for Ben Godfrey. But with Ben Godfrey playing in yesterday's game, it now seems unlikely that Godfrey will leave. Reports from Peter Rourke have also stated that Everton have rejected an offer from AC Milan for Godfrey, as well as Jack Talbot reporting that Everton have not back an approach from Atalanta for the Everton defender. Now, it does seem like he will stay. I think if we let him go now, it'd be a tricky one. We've seen him come in, obviously last game, and I still have this hope that Godfrey will push and be, show his worth at Everton, but it's looking obviously difficult to get in front of Tarkowski and Branthwaite. Yeah, it's a funny one. It seems like he'll be staying. We'll have to see if anything happens in the summer. Maybe see if he gets any more game time between now and the summer, and then we'll have more of an idea whether he will stay at Everton or maybe pursue a move. Obviously, there's been a wealth of clubs interested in Godfrey, so there's definitely options for the player, and for us, we might be able to get some money in for him. But you never know, we'll have to keep our eye on that, but at the moment it seems unlikely that he will be leaving. Team Talk have released reports saying that Sheffield United are hopeful of signing Mason Holgate on loan before the close of the January transfer window. However, Everton are reluctant to aid a fellow struggling Premier League member. On top of this, Peter Rourke has also reported that Everton have been approached by German side VfB Stuttgart over a move for Mason Holgate. Now, I'm going to have to say this in the nicest way, but aid a fellow struggling Premier League side with Holgate, I'm not sure is the right way of putting that. I think a lot of Evertonians don't see it as us aiding them, rather than them aiding us if they were to take Mason Holgate off our hands. I mean, obviously a player that is very far away from the starting lineup. If he is behind Godfrey, Keane, yeah, he doesn't really have that big of a chance to get back into Everton's starting lineup at this point, and a lot of people just want to move on, give him his move somewhere. I don't think many people are bothered where at this point. It's just something that's kind of dragged on, and yeah, hopefully he gets his move, and that can be that. Sky Sports News have reported that Everton's appeal hearing for their 10-point deduction for breaching profitability and sustainability rules will be heard over the next 3 days, with the first one being today. The final decision is expected to be announced mid-February, so fingers crossed some positivity comes out of that, and hopefully we won't be waiting too long before we hear that final decision, and hopefully it swings in Everton's favour. We've had so much bad luck recently. Let's hope this isn't the same. Finally, Everton's under-21s have signed 19-year-old winger Kingsford Boakey. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what we're going with. On a free transfer, the Ghanaian has signed a 2.5-year deal until the end of June 2026, subject to a work permit. So looking like one for the future, not a player I know a great deal on. So it'll be one to look at. Hopefully, makes a name for himself in the under 21s. Has a good start here, and you never know, we might see him push forward, but we'll have to see. So yeah, going into transfer deadline day tomorrow, we would hold a deadline day stream usually, but since it's expected to be a quiet day for Everton, we won't be doing a stream this time around, unfortunately. But we will report on any news of the day if there are any surprises related to Everton. Thanks to everyone for watching the news videos throughout the month. We will report on any news throughout the season if anything pops up, maybe the odd 24/7 news video, but other than that, they will be returning in the summer to cover all the news going on for the summer transfer window and everything going on at the club. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to get in touch on any of the news stories, hop in the comments, let me know how you feel about AKPOM possibly. How do you feel about Godfrey staying? Would you have liked to see him move? Do you like that he's staying? The Danjuma situation, what are your thoughts on that? But all the news stories, let me know your opinions down in the comments, and get involved in our social medias. And yep, that's it for the news. Hopefully a little bit of good news might come tomorrow, but I'm not holding my breath at the moment. It looks like it's probably one of the quietest windows we've ever had, and yeah, that's just our situation, unfortunately. Hopefully, we can only but look for some improvement in the future. But that's it for me. This has been the Toffee Blues. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.